What's up? Black men can't become powerful if they don't come together and support each other. If there's any black man out there who's trying to become the strongest version of themselves, really love themselves as a black man, help their community, become more financially literate, make more money, uh gain better relationships, affirming relationships, plutonic and romantic, and just overall gain knowledge of themselves and black history and learning who to look up to. I have a step-by-step guide for that in the bio section of my channel. So click on my channel, check that out. You'll look at that, and it's a deep dive into all of those things, and it'll really help you and help us get to the next level as men. Back to the video. Now, this is the number one thing that makes us weak in the black community. This is the number one thing. We have to come together to help each other improve, support each other. This is one of the things that I think that we don't do enough in the black community. And I've said this in other videos. There's plenty of times we'll come together with nonsense type of stuff. We'll come together to watch a football game. We'll come together to watch a basketball game. We'll come together to see people fight. We'll come together to see ourselves to see ourselves self-destruct. We'll come together for all the negative and nonsense type of stuff. But for the things that we really need to improve, to come together, to rise as black men and women in the black community, the things like that, we don't come together enough. And we have to come together for that, because if we don't, it's going to be bad for us. Because the white man does not care about you. The Mexican man does not care about you. The Indian, the Asian, no other race of people actually cares about you and cares about our community, right? That's the thing we have to understand. So if we don't come together and become more close knit and support each other, then who's going to support us? How are we going to thrive? How are we going to thrive instead of just surviving? Because they want to put us in a place where we're not using our mind, we're not creating. They just want us to be a slave and a laborer, right? We have a lot to learn from other communities, how they stay together, because that's the thing that we need to look at. I want to see black people in the future have their own schools, have their own stores, have their own farms, for us to really be self-sustaining and to teach each other about ourselves instead of a white man teaching you, or a white lady teaching you, or an Indian lady teaching you, right? Because they don't care about you. The black man, the black woman actually cares about you, but we have to find those individuals in our black community who are willing to do that, and to be about that and support that. Because if we don't do that, nobody will do it for us, and we're constantly be in a state where we're the victim of the enemy. The enemy will control us and have their way with us if we don't come together and do something. We will never become powerful being individualistic and not caring about our community. The only way we can become powerful and truly powerful is when we come together, we support each other, we keep our money inside of our community, we keep our sovereignty not inside of our community. We keep our sovereignty. We gain our sovereignty. We have our own schools, our own banks, our own money, our own food that we grow, right? We keep everything we need to survive and live and thrive inside of our community, so we don't need anybody else. That's the thing. We got to put ourselves in a place where we don't need anybody else. But guess what? They want us to depend on the government. They want us to depend on the white man, right? Because that's how they keep us weak. When we have to do for ourselves, we thrive. Look at the Black Wall Street. Look at all these. You can go down in history and look at when we was left alone, we thrived. But then guess what? The white man had to come in and tear that all down and kill everybody and take people to jail. And that's the thing. We have to become more ruthless about defending each other. We have to become way more ruthless about defending each other. When we have a community of people willing to die behind our sovereignty, die behind us, and thriving in our community, then that's where we're gonna get somewhere. Because guess what? The white man, the government don't want to see you thrive. The government don't want to see you on your own. And I just heard something that was very interesting that I should have put in my step by step guide that I just in the link in my bio section of my channel. But I forgot, it was one country in Africa that was gonna give black Americans $1 billion. and they was gonna give it to Louis Farrakhan. And I don't know if anybody's heard of this. You can go deeper into this, but guess what? The U.S. government stopped that country in Africa. I can't remember which one it was, from giving Black Americans $1 billion, and they was gonna give it to Louis Farrakhan to disperse it throughout the community or for Black people and stuff. And the American government stopped that. So that tells you that when it's a chance for us to improve, a chance for us to thrive, the government will stop that. The white man will stop that, right? And I'm not sitting here saying that the white man is all powerful and the white man can do everything, but what I'm saying is we have to come together. If we don't come together, we have no chance. But when we come together, we not only have a chance, but we're going to win, because that's how good we are. That's how powerful we are. And so that's the thing we have to remember, that it's all about coming together and supporting each other. It's all about showing love to your fellow brother. It's all about showing love to your fellow sister. It's all about showing love to each other. And this isn't a thing where just all Black people coming together. All Black people who want to see other Black people thrive and want to see themselves thrive, those are the Black people I'm talking about. I'm not just talking about the ignorant Black people who just want to be thugs and killers, promiscuous and degenerate and self-destructive. I don't care about those Black people. That's not who I'm talking about. And I'm only for the people who are actually trying to improve and see our community and our race improve, right? And I just talked about that. It's gonna be have to it's gonna have to be a revolution inside of our own community, taking out the self-destructive culture and replacing it with a prosperous culture. And that's the thing that we have to really understand, that we can only support each other. We can only come together if we're not hating each other. If we hate each other, if we're envious, if we're jealous, we can never come together, because we're we're always gonna have each other as an enemy, because we don't want to see each other rise. We're gonna pick on each other. We can't pick each other up if somebody's fell down or somebody's struggling in life, right? Because we have that ego. We have that narcissism of, I only care about myself and I want to be better than everybody. That's the problem. And you can't work with people who may be better than you, smarter than you, or who may be less smarter than you and less capable than you. You can't work with people if you're in a mindset that I gotta be better, I gotta be the one, I gotta be glorified, I gotta be the leader, I gotta control everything, and I don't want nobody around me if they better than me, and I'm gonna pick on anybody who's lower than me. That's the problem. And I've been around guys who are like that, and I had to separate myself, because I know that was messing with my mind, and I don't want to be like that, right? And it ate my soul away being around other men that were like that. That's pretty much all I gotta say. Peace out.